The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating what sparked a large fire on a Delta flight out of Orlando, just moments before takeoff. It happened yesterday at Orlando International Airport. Officials say around 200 people were on board when the fire broke out. Reports say the fire sparked from an engine failure that quickly spread across the right side of the plane. A little further from home, the Philadelphia Eagles crushed the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 in Super Bowl 59 on Sunday. And by doing this, they denied the NFL its first ever three-peat champion. The Birds also delivered one of the most dominant performances in Super Bowl history. Fueled by redemption, the Eagles made sure history would not repeat itself. 2 years after falling short to the Chiefs in a heartbreaking 38-35 loss, Philadelphia took control, rewriting the narrative in bold. Tensions are rising between Harvard University and the Trump administration. Harvard has filed a lawsuit against the federal government, claiming that the freezing of billions in federal research grants is illegal. The move comes just days after Harvard rejected a list of demands from the administration that were aimed at limiting diversity programs and addressing anti-Semitism on campus. The legal battle now adds fuel to an already heated national debate over academic freedom, federal oversight, and the future of research funding. At first glance, what you see inside this room may just seem like patches and denim jackets. But here at the Oliver Patch Project, something far more important is being stitched together. Over the years, the rat tradition has made its way off the ice, not just surviving, but transforming. What started as a quirky locker room moment has grown into something even bigger than the game itself. The WOW Center isn't just changing lives, it's growing to meet the increasing needs of the community. From new programs to expanding its facilities, the center continues to find new ways to empower its members and create an even greater impact. Darrell, here in Miami, there's a place that has been transforming lives for decades. And now it's about to take a huge leap forward. Here's more on what's coming next. After a South Florida boy's leukemia diagnosis, one small gesture from his family sparked something even bigger. Here's the story. If you'd like to support their mission, you can visit their website at wowcentermiami.org. Live for UMTV, I'm Ava Kezirian. It was the 1995-96 NHL season, and the Florida Panthers, in just their third season, were still the new kids on the ice. But one unexpected locker room moment changed the team's identity forever.
This rat came scurrying in our room, and it was pretty good size. And I don't think, you got a bunch of brave, tough hockey players, and we weren't exactly handling it like brave, tough hockey players. A couple guys kind of kicked at it, and a couple guys kind of jumped up on their stalls.
It got to Scott Mellenby, and just very cavalier, just shot the rat, and it hit the wall, and it died.
But it wasn't just the rat killing that made the moment legendary. It's what Mellenby did next, with that very same stick, that turned a freak occurrence into Florida Panthers folklore.
I remember looking at my stick. I used black tape on my stick, and I remember distinctly looking at it, and I had these little rat hairs on the tape, showing a couple of guys and whatever. So that was kind of weird, but and then I got 2 goals that night.
A locker room story that quickly made its way to the ice. 2 goals and 1 dead rat later, a new phenomenon was born: the rat trick. It wasn't long before fans started throwing plastic rats onto the ice after every Panthers goal.
It was crazy. I mean, I look back now occasionally, I see the video, and I can't, I remember them being a lot of rats, but it's incredible.
Behind the scenes, Panthers assistant equipment manager and University of Miami alum Scott Tinkler helped turn that moment into a movement.
There was a Halloween store, and I saw this really intimidating. It's a big rat on, like, standing up, and I bought it, and I put it underneath by where Mel killed the rat, basically.
So this is, if you can see that and read that, that's a piece of drywall that Scott Tinkler, who wrote R.I.P. Rat 1 and the date, and there is some little splotches of blood there.
As rats rained down by the thousands, the frenzy fueled this scrappy team to their very first Stanley Cup Finals. Over the years, the rat tradition has made its way off the ice, not just surviving, but transforming. What started as a quirky locker room moment has grown into something even bigger than the game itself. Today, the rat is everywhere, from team stores to handmade fan art. Some fans even take their love for the tradition to the next level.
People started throwing rats on the ice, and I really was looking for a way to make them a little cuter, because like, who really wants to be associated with, big ugly black rats? So started painting little jerseys on them, like to scale, and it kind of became a hit.
Even Victor E. Rat, one of the team's mascots inspired by the tradition, has become a staple of Panthers culture, making appearances at games and throughout South Florida.
Yeah, the whole thing's been amazing that it's, like you said, that it's still kind of going on. And I think it's really, it's cool to have, have something like that people just continue to embrace.
I love telling the story. And I'm happy I was part of that history. I'm happy that we've created new history with the organization.
From a spontaneous moment to a cherished tradition, the rat trick has taken on a life of its own, both on and off the ice. For UMTV, I'm Ava Kezirian. For hundreds of people in Miami-Dade County, this Miami place is more than just a building. It's where they learn, grow, and connect. Every day, you'll find people gaining new skills, creating art, and preparing for their independent lives.
This is a place where you can be seen for who you are. No matter whether it's somebody being served or who's doing the serving. We see each other, and there's an unconditional love in this mission.
Now known as the WOW Center, the Adult Day Training Center opened in 1972 and currently serves more than 200 adults with various disabilities with the chance to participate in programs offering life skills, supported employment, and even therapy services. And for members such as Martale, the WOW Center provides more than just programs. It provides confidence and courage.
I wasn't supposed to make it to 32. Wow. I'm shocked that I'm still here living. And I just have a lot to prove to people that it doesn't matter where you come from or what you think about when you're young, you can still be somebody.
From art to music therapy to sports, the center creates an environment where individuals can express themselves and grow at their own pace. The WOW Center isn't just changing lives, it's growing to meet the increasing needs of the community. From new programs to expanding its facilities, the center continues to find new ways to empower its members and create an even greater impact. On February 14th, the WOW Center broke ground on its expansion as part of its Building on a Dream campaign. Members, sponsors, and even the mayor of Miami gathered to celebrate the milestone. The new facility will allow the WOW Center to serve even more people, providing expanded programs and new opportunities for those who rely on its support. When Miami native Oliver Burkhart was 9 years old, he was diagnosed with leukemia, one of about 4,000 children in the U.S. who face the blood cancer every year. And like all of them, Oliver and his family were shocked and scared.
Having a cancer diagnosis is not something that any family wants to hear. It's terrifying because obviously your child is the most important thing in your life.
What followed were months of grueling chemotherapy treatments, doctor's appointments, hospital stays, side effects, and countless blood draws. The family searched for something, anything, to help them make it through. What they found were patches. Fun, colorful patches sewn onto denim clothing to brighten the darkest days.
The patches made me feel empowered, and I knew I had love and support in my corner. And when I put them on the jacket, it was like a suit of armor to keep away all the bad stuff.
Oliver liked the idea so much that his parents decided to expand it.
We asked people to send a patch. You just put something on Facebook. We weren't influencers, really. 100 followers, and it was just friends and family. And we had like 2,000 patches sent in a month in the mail.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how the whole thing started.
And from that wave of kindness, the Oliver Patch Project was born. It's an initiative that gifts children battling cancer personalized jackets or tote bags. Each denim garment is stitched with patches that honor their milestones, struggles, and victories. At first glance, what you see inside this room may just seem like patches and denim jackets. But here at the Oliver Patch Project, something far more important is being stitched together.
We want to be a part of a movement. We want to bring an awareness to pediatric cancer, to really just provide a community of love and support, and most of all, to let these kiddos know that they're not alone, and these families know that they're part of a community.
Now in its 4th year, the project has reached over 2,000 children in all 50 states, delivering more than 65,000 patches. Each one a powerful reminder that they're not alone.